In the depths of the ocean, where sunlight barely reached, there was a colorful seabed teeming with life. Swaying plants danced in the gentle current, their green and purple fronds reaching towards the surface. Rocks of various sizes and shapes dotted the sandy floor, providing homes for countless sea creatures. Among these inhabitants was Spike, a small orange pufferfish with big, round eyes and tiny fins. Spike was known throughout the reef for his unique ability to inflate when surprised. His orange scales would puff out, turning him from a cute little fish into a spiky ball in an instant. While this defense mechanism was useful against predators, it often caused Spike embarrassment in social situations. His friends would sometimes startle him on purpose, just to see him balloon up like a beach ball. One sunny morning, as rays of light filtered through the water, Spike decided to explore a new part of the reef. He swam past swaying anemones and colorful coral, his tiny fins propelling him forward. As he rounded a large rock covered in barnacles, he came face to face with a school of silver fish. Startled by their sudden appearance, Spike immediately puffed up, his body expanding to twice its normal size. The silverfish, equally surprised, darted away in a flash of scales. Spike, now a floating orange sphere, sighed in frustration. "Oh barnacles," he muttered to himself, "I did it again." He slowly deflated, his spines retracting and his body returning to its normal size. As he continued his swim, he couldn't help but feel a little discouraged. Later that day, Spike met up with his best friend, a bright blue angelfish named Finn. Finn's scales shimmered in the sunlight as he swam circles around Spike. "Hey, Spike," Finn called out cheerfully. "Want to play hide and seek?" Spike hesitated, worried about puffing up if Finn surprised him during the game. "I don't know, Finn," he replied nervously. "What if I inflate again?" Finn stopped swimming and looked at his friend with concern. His blue fins fluttered gently in the water as he spoke. "Spike, you can't let your fear of inflating stop you from having fun," he said kindly. "Maybe we can find a way to help you stay calm." Spike's round eyes lit up at the suggestion. "You'd really help me?" he asked hopefully. "Of course," Finn exclaimed, his tail swishing excitedly. "That's what friends are for." The two fish put their heads together, carefully, to avoid Spike puffing up, and brainstormed ideas. They decided to start with some simple exercises to help Spike control his reactions. First on the list was practicing deep breathing, or in their case, slow gill flapping. Spike and Finn found a quiet spot near a patch of swaying seaweed. The green fronds waved gently around them, creating a peaceful atmosphere. "Okay, Spike," Finn instructed, "when you feel surprised or scared, try to focus on your breathing. Flap your gills slowly and steadily." Spike nodded, his orange scales glinting in the dappled sunlight. They started with small surprises. Finn would dart behind a rock and then suddenly appear, calling out "boo." Each time, Spike tried to focus on his breathing instead of inflating. At first, he still puffed up a little, but as they practiced, he got better at staying calm. "You are doing great, Spike," Finn encouraged, his blue fins waving happily. As days passed, Spike continued to practice his new skills. He learned to count to 10 in his head when he felt startled, giving himself time to calm down before reacting. He also tried imagining himself as a smooth, streamlined fish, gliding effortlessly through the water. These mental exercises helped him stay relaxed in surprising situations. One afternoon, while Spike was practicing near a coral formation, he overheard two clownfish talking. Their bright orange and white stripes stood out against the colorful coral as they whispered to each other. "Did you hear about the treasure?" one asked excitedly. "They say there's a sunken ship full of shiny things just beyond the kelp forest." Spike's curiosity was piqued. A sunken ship? Shiny treasures? It sounded like an adventure. He swam over to the clownfish, careful not to startle them. "Excuse me," he said politely, "I couldn't help overhearing. Could you tell me more about this sunken ship?" The clownfish were happy to share what they knew, their striped bodies wiggling with excitement as they spoke. Armed with this new information, Spike set off to find Finn. He found his blue friend chasing bubbles near the surface. "Finn!" Spike called out, his tiny fins working hard to keep up. "I just heard about a sunken ship with treasure. Want to go explore it?" Finn's eyes widened with excitement, his scales shimmering in the sunlight filtering through the water. "That sounds amazing!" Finn exclaimed. "But Spike, are you sure you're ready? It might be scary out there." Spike puffed out his chest, without inflating, and nodded confidently. "I've been practicing," he said. "I think I can handle it. Plus, I'll have you with me." Finn grinned, his sharp teeth glinting. "All right then, let's go on an adventure." The two friends set off towards the kelp forest, swimming side by side through the clear blue water. As they entered the forest, tall green kelp stalks towered above them, swaying gently in the current. Spike felt a twinge of nervousness but remembered his breathing exercises. He flapped his gills slowly, feeling calmer with each breath. Suddenly, a large shadow loomed over them. Spike and Finn looked up to see the enormous hull of a sunken ship. Its wooden planks were covered in barnacles and algae, giving it a ghostly appearance. Spike felt his body start to tense, ready to inflate, but he quickly started counting in his head. 1, 2, 3. He thought, focusing on staying calm. "Wow!" Finn exclaimed, his blue scales shimmering with excitement. "It's even bigger than I imagined." Spike nodded in agreement, proud of himself for not puffing up at the sight of the massive ship. They swam closer, exploring the nooks and crannies of the wreck. In a partially open chest, they discovered a collection of shiny objects, old coins, sparkling gems, and even a small golden crown. As they admired the treasure, a deep voice boomed from behind them. "Who dares disturb my slumber?" Spike and Finn whirled around to see a huge, grumpy-looking octopus emerge from a dark corner of the ship. Its purple tentacles waved menacingly, and its eyes glared at the two small fish. This was the biggest surprise yet for Spike. Finn looked at Spike worriedly, expecting to see his friend inflate into a spiky ball. But to both their surprise, Spike remained calm. He took a deep breath, imagined himself as a smooth, streamlined fish, and spoke to the octopus. "We're sorry to disturb you," he said politely. "We were just curious about the ship and the treasure. We didn't mean any harm." The octopus's expression softened, its tentacles relaxing. "Well, I suppose curiosity isn't a crime," it rumbled. "And I must say, I'm impressed by your bravery, little pufferfish. Most creatures flee at the sight of me." Spike beamed with pride, realizing that he had faced his biggest fear without inflating. He had finally learned to stay calm under pressure. From that day on, Spike's life changed for the better. He no longer feared social situations or unexpected surprises. He and Finn had many more adventures, exploring the vast ocean without worry. And whenever Spike felt nervous, he remembered the sunken ship and the grumpy octopus, reminding himself that he had the power to stay calm no matter what. With his newfound confidence, Spike's world became a much bigger and more exciting place, full of friends and adventures waiting to be discovered.